Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Radha Kunja Vihari Radhe Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Radha Kunja Vihari Radhe Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Radha Kunja Vihari Radhe Jaya Radha Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Mai Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Vinath Jaya Mala Gopal Vinath Jaya Govardhan Vinath Jaya Mala Gopal Vinath Jaya Govardhan Jaya Gauranika Jaya Gauranika Gauranika Jaya Gauranika Gauranika Jaya Gauranika Gauranika Jaya Gauranika Śrīmad Divine Grace of Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parīkṣit Acharya Astotra Śrīmad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. हम आचार्य श्रीला प्रभुपाद प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत सभी गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपाल श्याम सुंदर की जय। ग्रंथराज Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam की जय, Śrīla Prabhupāda की जय। Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam morning class. So today we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, entitled How Parīkṣit Received the Age of Kali, Text 16. So let us start with invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nastaprayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttava Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistikim Kṛṣṇāya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna. So welcome to ISKCON Detroit Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam morning class. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, How Parīkṣit Received the Age of Kali, Text 16. Saratya. Text 16. Saratya Parasada Sevana Sakhya Dautya Saratya Parasada Sevana Sakhya Dautya Saratya Parasada Sevana Sakhya Dautya Virasan Anugamana Virasanugamana Stavana Pranaman Virasananugamana Stavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu Bhaktim Karoti Nripatis Charanaravinde Bhaktim Karoti Nripatis Charanaravinde. So let us go word by word. Saratya, acceptance of the post of chariot driver. Parasada, acceptance of the presidency in the assembly of Rajasuya sacrifice. Acceptance of presidency in the assembly of Rajasuya sacrifice. Sevana, engaging the mind constantly in the service of the Lord. Sakhya, to think of the Lord as a friend. Dautya, acceptance of the post of a messenger. Acceptance of the post of a messenger. Virasana, acceptance of the post of a watchman with a drawn sword at night. Anugamana, following in the footsteps. Stavana, offering of prayers. Pranaman, offering obeisances. Snigdeshu, unto them who are malleable to the will of Lord. Pandusu, unto the sons of Pandu. Jagat, the universal. Pranatim, one who is obeyed. Cha, and Vishnu, of Vishnu. Bhaktim, devotion. Karoti, does. Nripati, the king. Charanaravinda, onto his lotus feet. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupāda Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Translation. Mahārāja Parīkṣit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Kṛṣṇa, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pāṇḍu by accepting the posts ranging from a chariot driver to president to messenger, friend, night watchman, etc. According to the will of Pāṇḍavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years. When he heard this, Mahāraja Parīkṣit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Please repeat. Mahāraja Parīkṣit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Kṛṣṇa, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pāṇḍu by accepting posts ranging from chariot driver to president to messenger, friend, night watchman, etc. According to the will of the Pāṇḍavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years. When he heard this, Mahāraja Parīkṣit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Perfect. Lord Kṛṣṇa is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pāṇḍavas. The Lord was for them the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of. And thus the Lord also reciprocated the feelings of Pāṇḍavas. Mahāraja Parīkṣit, as a pure devotee of the Lord, could appreciate the transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees. And thus,
loudly and slowly. That way a person will comprehend.
Translation.
What do you mean?
Purport.
Purport. Start with that.
Lord Kṛṣṇa is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pāṇḍavas. The Lord was for them the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of. And thus, the Lord also reciprocated the feelings of the Pāṇḍavas. Mahāraja Parīkṣit, as a pure devotee of the Lord, could appreciate the Lord's transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees. And thus, he himself was overwhelmed with the dealings of the Lord. Simply by appreciating the dealings of the Lord with his pure devotees, one can attain salvation. The Lord's dealings
dealing
with his devotees
with devotees
appear to be ordinary human dealings.
human beings.
But
But
no one, but one
one
who knows them
knows them.
in truth,
What?
in truth,
In truth.
in truth,
In
truth,
truth.
truth, in truth,
In truth.
who knows them in truth, in reality, in truth,
In truth.
becomes
Become
at once
at once
eligible
eligible
to go back
to go back
home,
home.
back to Godhead.
Back to God.
The Pāṇḍavas
Pāṇḍavas
were so
were so
malleable
variable
to the will of the Lord,
to the will of Lord.
and by
And by
such
such
unalloyed
unalloyed
determination,
determination,
they could
therefore,
secure
therefore,
the Lord's
the Lord
mercy
mercy
in any shape
in any shape
they desire. Om Ajnānatimirandasya Jnānanjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya
Sri Rupam Sabrajatam Raghunatham Vikantam
Sajivam Sadvaitam Savalitam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sta He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshasarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So yesterday we have seen where when Parīkṣit Maharaj, wherever he goes, he continuously heard the glories of his great forefathers, who are all devotees of the Lord, and also of the glorious acts of Lord Kṛṣṇa. He also heard how he himself had been protected by the Lord from the very powerful heat of weapon of Ashwatthama. People also mentioned the great affection between the descendants of Vrishni and Pritha, due to the latter great devotion to Lord Keshava. The king, being very pleased with the singers of such glories, opened his eyes in great satisfaction. Out of magnanimity, he was pleased to award them very valuable necklaces and clothing. So today we're gonna see this verse reveals one of the sweetest truths in all of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. The Supreme Lord, who is worshipped by the entire universe, joyfully becomes the servant of his devotees out of his love. Mahārāja Parīkṣit is traveling throughout his kingdom. He is hearing wonderful narrations about Lord Kṛṣṇa. Among all the glories of Kṛṣṇa, one particular subject melts his heart. It's not like just Krishna lifting Govardhan or killing demons or showing the Swarupa, but instead Krishna becoming Arjuna's driver, Yudhishthira's servant and messenger for the Pāṇḍavas. He is a personal friend of Pāṇḍavas, very dear very dear friend of Pāṇḍavas. And Mahārāja Parīkṣit hears this with the utmost dedication and immediately develops that deep devotion towards Krishna. So we will see why does Supreme Lord become a servant, and what made the Pāṇḍavas receive such extraordinary reciprocation. And at last we can see practically how can we invite that same mercy into our own lives, what we have to do practically. So first comes first is like the Supreme Lord joyfully becomes the servant of love. We see normally everyone will serve God in one way or other. Some people may worship Lord in the Archana, and some people may serve in various other services to his pure devotees and many other ways. But here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead serves his devotees. One may think like, oh, how is that possible? Because he is the Supreme God and you are saying you are an ordinary person. How would it match? So, here Krishna accepted the role of chariot driver, messenger, assembly president, companion, guard, friend and also younger relative. He accepted every role without hesitation. So, there is a beautiful analogy here in our day-to-day life that we observe. A mother and a child. A mother who might be a great CEO of a multinational company returns home and at work she has to obey thousands of instructions. But at home, his 2-year-old kid says, Mama, I want this, I want that, or else he will just start crying simply. So, in that situation, mother becomes a caring and supportive role to the baby and also a companion to the baby in that so-called phase of time. Even though she is a great CEO of her company, but still she has to play a role of mother to her child. One may think like, did she lose her position? No, she did not lose her position because she has love towards her kids. That love is greater than any position. So similarly here, Krishna never loses supremacy. Love simply reveals another dimension of his personality. And Śrīla Prabhupāda explains in a lecture that in the absolute truth, there is no contradiction between master and servant. How wonderful it is. In the spiritual world, sometimes the Lord serves his devotee and sometimes the devotee serves the Lord. There is a mutual exchange of love between servant and master. That is the nature of pure love, actually. So we see in the Mahābhārata how Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, became the chariot driver for Arjuna. There are millions of warriors, like millions of warriors, and many people are blowing their conches, and there was dust everywhere. And Supreme Personality of Godhead, he holds the horse reins and waiting for Arjuna's order to move forward. And now Arjuna orders Kṛṣṇa that, "Hey Kṛṣṇa, hey Vasudeva, can you please take me between the armies?" Then Kṛṣṇa obeys it and just thinks about it and takes there. The creator of millions of universes accepts instructions from his devotee. So strange. It's all due to the love and sincerity in that devotion. Even in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text 21 to 25, Arjuna instructs, "Place my chariot between the armies." Kṛṣṇa immediately fulfills his request. The world says power means not just making others serve you, but Kṛṣṇa teaches that real love means serving one another, helping one another, and also supporting each other. We understand now by this context that love removes ego. Wherever there is ego, service is very difficult. We cannot render our complete heart full of service into it. Wherever there is love, service becomes natural. It comes automatically. Out of a flow, it comes out easily. It's not just by force or anything else. And in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 29, Kṛṣṇa says that, "I am equal to all, but my devotee is in me and I am also in him." This equality is not mechanical. This love creates special reciprocation. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see, "Ye yata ma pravadyante." The Lord reciprocates exactly according to one's own surrender. If you surrender little bit, God will also reciprocate in that fraction of thing only. If you surrender completely, then He will take care of you completely. He will protect you from all dangers. And next comes is like, why the Pāṇḍavas received such extraordinary mercy? What was the reason behind it? Were all they fully exalted devotees or extraordinary devotees? But here, when we see the last lines of purport, there was a key phrase that they were malleable to the will of the Lord. It means like they follow as per the will of the Lord. They will not follow their own whims, sensical way, but they strive to follow the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And one may question like, okay, what does this malleable mean? It means soft, flexible, and it is easy ready to be shaped. And also it is at that moment, in that malleable condition, one is ready to obey orders and instructions. And they are not stubborn and they are not self-centered. They are Kṛṣṇa-centered. Similarly, if we take an example of a clay and a rock, the potter can shape clay, he cannot shape stone. So similarly, he can beautifully guide. Kṛṣṇa can amazingly guide us and our heart to become more and more humble and to render our service in a submissive mode. So, this complete surrender, the perfect example is like when Draupadi was about to be humiliated in the assembly of Hastinapura. She at once prayed to Lord Kṛṣṇa, "Hey Govinda, please rescue me," by lifting both of her hands. And then, when everyone has failed in it, to rescue husbands, elders, kings, and many other people have refused to help her, so then she completely surrendered to Kṛṣṇa, and she got ultimate protection from Kṛṣṇa. Because surrender became complete. If surrender is not complete, then it is very difficult for us to cross this material ocean, and also we are unaware of Krishna's protection on us. So many times our prayers sound like, "Oh Krishna, oh Kunjbihari, please bless my plans," but real devotion says, "Krishna, or rather Kunjbihari, please make me part of your plan. Your plan would be the best one for me. So make me as a part in your plan. Whatever plan you have for me, just make me as a part. That's it." This is a huge difference between thinking of us and also thinking of other people outside this society. And this complete surrender reference to Bhagavad Gita is like Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshasyami Masacha. So Krishna says, "Arjuna, just surrender unto me. I will take care of your all reactions and all sinful activities. Do not fear and abandon all varieties of religion." And in chapter 4, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it is revealed that Krishna reciprocates according to one's own surrender. The level of surrender you are in, the level of reciprocation Krishna has. But you have to be also important to be in association of devotees whenever and wherever there is possibility. You have to grab the chance. And Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam says that Prahlad Maharaj, he never demanded any protection. He simply remembered Krishna, and the Lord appeared before him, and he has protected him several times. Here in this today's verse, we see that when Krishna has became driver, messenger, friend, a dear friend to Arjuna, a servant to Arjuna, and because he knows, like Krishna knows, that the Pāṇḍavas belong completely to him, and he is trying to be very independent and also independent of not committing any sensical whims, but allowing Krishna to his plan and his will to be happening in his life, Arjuna. So now some people may think like, "Oh, becoming Krishna's servant is just like easy one." No. It happens easily when you completely surrender to Krishna. That is the real miracle behind this point. Because when you completely surrender to Krishna, you don't have to fear for anything. Right? Because when we surrender to someone, they immediately take up the responsibility of ours, and they take care of us in a very smooth manner. So what to speak of Supreme Personality of Godhead Kṛṣṇa, who is controlling entire universe with just his sight and actions. And many universes are being emanating daily from Krishna's lotus body. So one may get question like, okay, you are saying how to completely surrender, but how do we become malleable today? Like, how can we blend into the will of the Lord? It is from few steps are like, we should accept our Guru's instructions happily we should accept our spiritual master with our whole heart and try to follow his instructions seriously. And serve devotees without expectation. Don't expect anything in return, but just serve devotees and try to feed them as much as possible. And we also, if you are having some specific talent in some specific area, suppose a person who likes to draw, who likes to paint, if he
Like to what?
talent, art, painting.
Okay.
So if he loves painting and he's expert in that painting, if you try to paint Krishna's lotus face or Radha Kunj Bihari, then eventually you are remembering Krishna for so long. And also if you try to even keep that picture of Krishna in sale, then whatever the Lakshmi you have acquired, the wealth you have acquired, if you try to serve Krishna or his devotees in some means like helping temple or some devotees, then it is no longer considered to be a material activity. Even though you are working for yourself, but it's still like you are giving out of your own hard-earned money or sacrificing your money to Krishna, then it becomes spiritualized. And also, we should remain grateful even during difficulties. Whatever difficulties might be, we should be very thankful and very grateful to Sri Radha Kunj Bihari, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And also, the main important thing is like hearing about Krishna, daily hearing about Krishna, Shravanam. So, try to hear more about Krishna through Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam or many other lectures, even on Śrīla Prabhupāda's small books and other books. Try to hear Krishna Katha so that your heart will get cleansed, and also there will be constant remembrance of Krishna in our lives. And because Parīkṣit Maharaj attained devotion simply by hearing, when he is in the womb of his mother, Narada Muni has given that spiritual knowledge to Mother Kayal. And Prahlad Maharaj, even being in the womb, he heard all the glories of Lord Krishna. That's how he got like that, by birth itself he is a devotee. So it's very unique thing, but if we try to work on it, it will happen one day for sure. So here, if we see in Mahābhārata, when Arjuna, like when Krishna has become the chariot driver of Pāṇḍavas, Arjuna, they left the choice to Krishna. Krishna, wherever you wanted to go, you can take me to. So that is the level of surrender as well as the definition of devotion. Whatever Krishna's desire is, we just have to accept it, and we just have to wait patiently for that to manifest in our life. And today's verse teaches one of the sweetest truths revealed in Vaishnava philosophy. It reveals that Lord is never conquered by power, but he is conquered by love. Even when we see the transcendental pastimes of Krishna in Damodar Leela, how Mother Yashoda could bind Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. No one can bind him, but still out of her love and affection towards Krishna as her son, she could bind him with a rope. Initially, she was trying hard to bind him with a single rope, but it is not sufficient. And they keep on adding more and more ropes, but still it was like 2 inches short. Our acharyas say that our 2 inches is like, first one is like our endeavors, and second one is like Krishna's mercy. Krishna also has to shower mercy. Unless and until it happens, we will not be successful in our attempts. Because the Supreme Controller willingly accepts every role, driver, messenger, friend, and even servant, not because he must, but because of his loving exchanges with his devotees are his greatest joy. So these intimate relations appear to be human, but yet understanding them properly elevates one towards returning back to Godhead. So Mahārāja Parīkṣit could not directly witness these pastimes, but he simply heard them. Yet heart is being transformed. After hearing about Kṛṣṇa, his heart is ready to get transformed. So this gives us a great hope. Okay, there will be possibility of us also, like in this we couldn't witness the pastimes of even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who left this planet 500 years ago. But still, if we, as how Mahārāja Parīkṣit has done, if we start hearing about Kṛṣṇa slowly, step by step, daily, then it gives us a great hope that one day we will also get that taste, true taste for devotion and to the holy name. And our attentive hearing will awaken devotion in our hearts. And every day we will have to utilize the opportunity to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, remember Krishna's loving dealings, and also gradually become soft-hearted servants who are ready to be guided by him. So I would like to conclude today's class by stating few takeaways. Lord, Supreme Lord's love makes the infinite become intimate. The all-powerful Lord joyfully accepts even humble roles for those who love him purely. The pure love, sincere love, without any expectation from Lord. Okay, Lord, please give me this, then only I will love you, then only I will come for darshan. No, it's not like that. Even though Lord gives you, Lord knows like how to give and when to give and what to give. So we just have to be patient and we have to be sincere in our endeavors. And Kṛṣṇa reciprocates according to our surrender. The Pāṇḍavas received extraordinary mercy because they were completely aligned with Kṛṣṇa's will. And hearing about devotees awakens devotion. Mahārāja Parīkṣit's devotion deepened simply by hearing those loving exchanges and become malleable, not just stubborn. A humble, flexible heart becomes a place where Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, gladly manifests his guidance. And last key takeaway for today's class is like, devotional service is built on loving relationships. Bhakti or devotional service is not merely ritual or philosophy. It is a living exchange of affection between the devotee and the Supreme Lord. So, I would like to conclude class by stating these takeaways. We understand how important it is to surrender to Kṛṣṇa and how he reciprocates as per the level of our surrender. We just say like, okay, little surrender, but we expect more protection. It is not possible. So we just have to be completely surrendering ourselves. That may not happen in one day, but if we try to hear Kṛṣṇa, if we try to understand how powerful and how immensely he can control everything over this planet, then we slowly realize, okay, even when we get trouble also, we'll try to seek ultimate protection, right? the best quality protection. So when Supreme Personality of Godhead is ultimately protecting everyone with his unlimited capacities of energy, so we can also try to take shelter of his lotus feet and stay protected. Hare Krishna. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
When we talk about surrender, complete surrender, is any example can you give? The material example that who surrender.
If we see, suppose if there is a conflict or a war between two nations, one nation is little supremely dominant across the globe, and the other nation could be like little less or some minor, like not a prominent country, but it's just a small country, which can they cannot fight that much and they cannot protest that much. But at one point, if they surrender to a big huge nation, then ultimately one day or other the country takes over this small country, and then it starts ruling over that small country. Initially it may not be same as it was previous, but slowly that country may supply you sufficient resources, sufficient capabilities, sufficient military, sufficient. It may slowly implement that things upon you. Some people may argue that, oh, why should that be happening with the conflict? Maybe there could be internal issues also in that small country that may arise, right? Even if we see when we see the rulers from India, like the many kings, in that, even though they ruled very prosperously and very nicely, but still there was some internal conflicts in the kingdom that eventually led to the invasion of other people into the country, and eventually one day it got broke down, and then the nation has been overlooked by other nation and taken control. So my thing is like,
so I'm talking about surrender. Just think about newborn child.
okay,
Is 100% surrender.
yeah, because
he can do anything for himself.
Yeah, they cannot do anything.
But his parents are, even when he cries at night, they think he is hungry, wake up and feed them. If they are wet or thin,
Yeah.
and they change them clothes.
Because they don't know
He
anything.
doesn't ask, all they say just cry.
They don't know anything except crying.
Right.
Yeah, because
So he
everything.
fully surrendered. I was talking about what that type of surrendering, we will have to get it to Kṛṣṇa.
Yeah, because
That,
because
but that also that like that somebody can think that okay, I am surrendered to Kṛṣṇa, so he will take care of me, right? But said okay, you have to make some effort, legitimate effort. That the child making effort is crying. He cries for anything he is not comfortable then.
yeah,
So then we have to have some way of doing everything we do is the thinking and the Kṛṣṇa will be pleased or not. For every measuring gauge or measuring gauge is he will be pleased or not.
okay,
Or how much he will be pleased fully or not.
yeah,
So that type of thing, that type of in the heart feeling, we naturally become humble more.
because in this material world we see there will be problem after problem after problem.
That's something like
If you try to solve one problem, other problem comes. So,
But But like, we said, okay, the example is given like somebody sitting on a tree. Some people coming out, he said, well, Kṛṣṇa will give me food. Right? He's waiting. Some people are coming down, coming under the tree and trying to eat. Everybody eating. But he's just sitting, well, Kṛṣṇa will give me. He will not get it. But then he gets coughing or sneezing, those people look, oh, that's Prabhuji, come down here, join with us.
Yeah.
So the little bit of indication of this has to be there.
Yeah.
But not with the thing that, okay, you give me this, you give me that. So then he gets it. So the limited effort is to be put out.
Whatever best we can. Yeah.
Put out. If a child don't cry, mother don't know he's hungry or else won't feed him. Then she would look at the time of the clock time. But you don't get angry with the clock. General approximate timing is there, but thing happen in
abnormal time.
Like your body clock. That
Yes.
Yeah. Our surrender is the level of surrender will be
Matters.
should be in every respect almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very nice. So good class.
So yeah, it's important
Hare Krishna.
that we understand the importance of surrender.
Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Hare Krishna.